Hey all, Russ here, RVerTV. Welcome. Check it out. We're on the road. We're heading up to Death Valley Junction. This is Highway 127. I had an excellent stay back there in Shoshone at that RV park. Nice and quiet. Got a little chilly last night. This still is February in the desert. But look at this day. I think we're going to have a good one. Look how the shadow of the van's on the road. It keeps changing every time I turn. Look at the mountain. Yay. Sun's coming up crystal clear. We're heading up to Death Valley Junction. Then from there we're going to pick up Highway 190, which is going to take us right into Death Valley National Park. I'm really looking forward to this. It's been like 4 years since I've been back here. So this is going to be a fun trip. Also, last night back at the RV park, I was talking to someone that really knew this area pretty good. There's a free campsite, believe it or not, before you get into Death Valley that we're going to look for too, and that's off 190. But first, we're going to explore Death Valley Junction. Alright, we're getting close. I was also told to stop. There's an old cemetery right before we get into town. It had a bunch of old unmarked graves, and I guess it dates way back. Found it. They're not marked. I'm not gonna walk in there. I'll be darned. Huh. I guess they're supposed to date way back. Look how old the wood is around the... I don't see any names. This rocks and wood. I'll be darned. Huh. There's supposed to have been some of the original settlers and pioneers. There's actually supposed to be one with a family of 4. It's got 4 boards in it. Here it is. Yep, there it is. Aw. Well, bless them. Alright, we found it. Some of the old history of this area, huh? Alright, we're almost up here. Now on Google Maps it showed most of the business. I think there's only a couple businesses, like a cafe and a hotel. They're closed for COVID, so we'll still film the outside. I drove through here a long time ago. But look how vast. I mean, once again, just a little oasis in the desert. There's that hotel and cafe. It's an opera house. We'll check it out. We'll walk around. When I drove through here, I came in from the other direction and cut over to Pahrump. I didn't go any farther south that we're going here. There's the mighty Mojave Desert. And we're getting closer to Death Valley. Oh my goodness. What names they give these places too. Huh. Alright, well, there's a good look at it. Enjoy. Here we go. We're going to cruise downtown Death Valley Junction. I see old buildings. Kind of all fenced up. Oh, here's a cafe hotel right here. Pull through. We'll just drive through the parking lot. Well, it looks like it's used, but even on Google Maps it said temporary closed, which means COVID. Yeah, this place, it's... Look at the flower pots. Paint's peeling off the building there. They got air conditioners in their rooms. Cool. Well, let's do this. Let's, what's that little building across the street? Let me get parked. We'll walk around a minute. Got plenty of time today. This is where we pick up 190 too, the intersection. I believe that road right there goes over to Pahrump. We'll go straight up here when we leave. Well, there's writing on this stone here. Marta Becket, 50 years ballerina. Wow. She must have been famous, huh? Looks like she was the main supporter of all this. So the opera house and the ballerina, okay. You know, that's an old building, but look how well it looks. Been kept up. And see what this says. Some of these are kind of hard to read. Death Valley Junction. Settlers, tourists. With a small railroad going through here. Back in the 1900s. Everything dates way back. Way, way back. How interesting. And still going. People still stop here. Cool. Well, we drove through all that. I want to go check out this building across the street. See what's over here. Van's doing good, getting good mileage. Plus, I'm really getting it dialed in for staying in it and working out of too. It's really come a long ways. Wow, they got dresses in here. Marta Becket again. Life was her art. She's really supported this community. Huh. A ballerina from Death Valley Junction. Wow. So this is kind of like a little museum for Amargosa Opera House. I'd love to come back here if this thing was ever open. What's the old saying? If these walls could talk, my goodness. Think of the amount of people, the stories, the lives that have been here. Amazing. Well, let's keep on rolling. I remember this. Matter of fact, I think this road to the right, that's the way I went to Pahrump 4 years ago when I drove through here. But right up here should be 190, Highway 190. Then when I map this out, if you go straight up here, you're only like 7 miles from the Nevada border, and there's a big RV park casino. If you went straight right here instead of making a left, but we're making a left. We're going to go into the park. When I looked it up, it was Long Street Inn Casino and RV Resort. And the sign said 7 miles, so you could get supplies, fuel, if you're right around Death Valley Junction here. Okay, looks like we got about 30 miles of Furnace Creek. But before we get into the park itself, we got to look for that desert campsite, and it's marked right on Google Maps, desert campsite. I kind of looked it up this morning. So hopefully we can find it. Look how flat this is. Welcome to the desert. There goes a rental motor home. But we got quite a ways to get back to the park. I'd say a good 20 miles where we're actually into the national park itself. Good road though. Alright, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for that. It'll be on the left. It was called Desert Campsite, something like that. Right on Google Maps. And the person last night was telling me that a lot of RVers camp there. You can boondock. He said there's even old concrete slabs and all kinds of stuff there. We'll find it. Check it out. And look at all the RVs. My goodness. Huh. It's got a paved road. This must have been a campground at one time. It's definitely abandoned. Look at them all. Way back up there too. Here comes a van coming out. Check it out, there's manhole covers in the pavement. So this thing was plumbed. This was an operating, functioning something. And look at the slabs. I bet it might have been a mobile home park. There's concrete slabs. They must have ripped the power out of here a long time ago. Got the wire out. Might be underground too. But look at them all. There's concrete slabs. Huh. So here's what you can do. You can camp for free. Free boondocking before you get into Death Valley National Park. There's some people staying right in their cars. Huh. So we're probably, from when we made the turn off, about 10, 12 miles down to here. We still got a good, that direction right there going down, we still have a good 5 or 6 miles to get into the national park. But now you can really see the layout of it. This had to have been some kind of a campground. I bet an RV park. No, we don't. Look at them rigs way out. What a view they got here too, my goodness. And the best thing, it's free. Because there's no signs or nothing. Government has nothing to do with this, so it must just be old regular BLM land. That fifth wheel was set up right on the concrete slab. He's got a home. Cool. I'll be darned. Alright, well, we didn't come here to see this, so it's kind of neat we found it. Free camping at desert campsite. Right on. Just Google it. You'll find it. Well, let's go on into Death Valley Park, National Park. Kind of easy to miss too. I almost drove right past it. Alright, let's go find us a national park. We are really starting to drop in elevation too. Look how the terrain, the mountains are changing, color of it, and everything. But Death Valley's claim to fame, you're below sea level. I think up there at Furnace Creek, it's a couple 100 feet below sea level, something like that, where they get the brutal hot temperatures. Almost looks like those pictures from Mars that those spacecraft send back. Look at it. Maybe it is. There's a side view out the window. Now we got more red rock. Look how the color changes as we're dropping down. I'll be darned. Starting to look familiar. It was a good 4 years ago when I drove through here. I drove down from Sacramento and went down to Arizona that way, and I came in from the other side from California. And look at this, here we are, we found it. Welcome to the entrance, one of the entrances of Death Valley National Park. And we gotta get a picture. Wonder how many photographs get taken. Look, these people, they're gonna take pictures. How cool. My turn. I waited till they got done. Well, there's about 3 stops I really want to make. Coming up down the road here will be Zabrisky's Point. Also Furnace Creek. There's a visitor center there with the world famous thermometer that everyone sees. Then stovepipe wells and there's sand dunes, all kinds of good stuff. The journey continues. Talk soon.